Hello students, today we will study EVS 1 chapter 2 motions of the earth. Children, we live on the planet called earth. Earth is rotating around itself. As earth rotates around itself, earth revolves around the sun also. Because of rotation and revolution of the earth, we can see sunrise, sunset, seasons, day and night, full moon and new moon day. How all these things take place, we will now study in this chapter. First, we will study about rotation. Children, can you tell me what is rotation? Okay. Let us take an example of top. You all are playing with it. Have you observed top carefully? How does it move? Let us see now. Children, any object that turns about itself actually turns around a certain imaginary line. The turning of an object around itself is called rotation. Okay, the top is turning around itself. So this is called rotation. The imaginary line around which it rotates is called axis of rotation. So children, this blue line is an imaginary line. Okay, so around which the top rotates is called the axis of rotation. Not only top, any of the object when it rotates around itself is called a rotation. Okay children. Now let us see Earth's rotation. For this, take a globe and spin it. Okay, just you have to spin it. Now take a plumb line and hold it close to the globe. Okay, in this way. Now note the line around which it rotates. Children, see that the plumb line and the earth's axis are at an angle to each other. That is the earth's axis is inclined like this. So children, when the earth rotates, this is axis of the earth, that is north pole and that is south pole. It makes an angle of 23.5 degree. Okay, this was about the earth's rotation. Children, now if a circle were drawn around the surface of the earth exactly in between the north and south pole, it would divide the earth into two equal parts. Okay children, see this exactly in between the red line which is dividing the earth into two equal parts. Okay, that is called as a equator. Okay, and the two equal parts it makes of the earth are called northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Again I repeat, if a circle were drawn around the surface of the earth exactly in between the north and the south pole, it would divide the earth into two equal parts. This imaginary circle is called equator. The two equal parts it makes of the earth are called northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Children, let us do one activity now. From this, you can understand how does day and night take place. Children, this is one table. Now stand a candle in the middle. Okay, draw a big circle around the candle. This circle means the orbit on which the earth revolves around the sun. Now lit the candle. See that it is darker in the room. Suppose that the candle is a sun. Let us assume that the earth is revolving around the sun. While revolving, the earth takes the position where half of the earth gets sunlight from the candle, that is sun, and the remaining or opposite side of the candle gets darker. Now looking at the globe from the direction of the North Pole, turn it anti-clockwise direction. This is how the earth rotates, that it rotates from west to east. As the earth rotates, its different parts come into the light of the sun, one after the other, and turn away from it also in the same way. This is how day and night take place. Is it clear to you, children? Okay, let us move ahead. Children, now let us understand about sunrise and sunset. For this, just we have to take one red bindi and stick it on the globe. Set up the previous model of the globe and the candle. Now turn the globe anti-clockwise. Note when it is sunrise, noon and sunset at the location of bindi. After one sunrise, note when the next one occurs at the bindi. You will see that this happens when earth completes one rotation. That is when it makes one complete turn around itself. Okay. So this was about sunrise and sunset. What is a day? We will see now the period of time that the earth takes to complete one rotation is called a day. A day has two parts, daytime and nighttime, or simply we can say day and night. For the purpose of measuring time, we divide the whole day into 24 parts, each of which is called an hour. That is 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night. So children, again I repeat, the period of time that the earth takes to complete one rotation. Okay. The earth takes to complete one rotation is called a day. And a day has two parts, daytime and nighttime. Okay. This was about the day. Now, let us see the revolution of the earth. Now also we need a candle and a globe. Children, see here, globe is kept on the circle. Now move the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure that the axis does not change its orientation. The globe will come back to its original place on the circle. This is how the earth revolves around the sun, even as it rotates around itself. Okay. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. I repeat, children, the period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. So this was the definition of the year. So there are about 365 days and 6 hours in a year. Then children, what is a leap year? Let us understand that also. In the Gregorian calendar, the year is taken to have 365 days. It means that it counts 6 hours less every year, isn't it? That makes 24 hours or 1 day in every 4 years. To make up for this lost 1 day, the month of February in the Gregorian calendar has an extra day every 4th year. That year is called a leap year, and it has 366 days instead of 365 days. Okay, that is only the February has 29 instead of 28 days. This was all about the leap year. Now let us have the summary of rotation and revolution of the earth. Till now what we studied? Children, when earth rotates around itself on its own axis is called rotation, and when earth rotates or revolves around the sun on a fixed path or orbit is called revolution. Again I repeat, when earth rotates around itself on its own axis is called rotation, and when the earth revolves around the sun on a fixed path or orbit is called revolution. Children, let us see now seasons on earth. If we observe here, an earth moves around the orbit, the north pole tilt away from the sun, so it experiences winter, and south pole is towards the sun. So southern hemisphere experiences summer. 22nd December is the shortest day in the northern hemisphere. On 21st March, the spring occurs. In June, when the north pole tilts toward the sun, the northern hemisphere experiences summer, and south pole tilts away from the sun, therefore it experiences winter. Okay, this was what is being shown here. Now children, do you know spring and autumn are the days where days and nights are of equal duration? See here children, in June when north pole tilt towards sun, it experiences summer, and conversely when north pole tilts away from the sun, it experiences winter, and southern hemisphere experiences summer. In this way, the movement of the earth around the sun results in changing season. Okay, again I repeat, the movement of the earth around the sun results in changing seasons. In India, summer, winter and rainy seasons are considered to be main seasons. We also divide the year into 6 seasons, namely Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. This cycle of 6 seasons is called the Ritu Chakra. Okay? Now, let us now understand phases of moon. For this, we should understand waxing and waning. Waxing is a growing with light until a full moon is reached. Waning is the opposite or decreasing after a full moon. Okay, this was about the waxing and waning. Waxing means growing, you can say, or it is growing and growing, and waning means opposite of waxing, that is decreasing. Okay, let us see how it take place. The appearance of the moon is categorized into 8 phases. Okay, see here children, 8 phases called lunar phases. These phases are determined by relative positions of moon, the earth from the sun. Phase 1 is called the new moon. Okay. Phase 2 is called the waxing crescent moon. Phase 3 is called the first quarter moon. Phase 4 is called the waxing gibbous moon. Phase 5 is the full moon, where the illuminated half of the moon is visible to us. Phase 6 is called the waning gibbous moon. Phase 7, the last quarter moon. Phase 8, the waning crescent moon. This is the last phase before the next new moon. And that is why the moon changes shape. Okay, this was about the various phases of the moon. So children, again I repeat that it takes 14 or 15 days from new moon to full moon. This is the fourth night of the waxing moon. After the full moon, the moon appears smaller and smaller, and after 14 to 15 days it is new moon again. This period is the fortnight of the waning moon. The period from one new moon to the next is of 28 to 30 days. It is called a lunar month. Okay. Every day of the lunar month is called a tithi. Okay. Every day of the lunar month is called a tithi. So we come to the end of the chapter, children. There is a short homework for you. What is meant by full moon and new moon? Define tithi. What is equator? Draw various phases of the moon. What is axis of rotation? And last question is, what is a day? Okay? Thank you.